Windows Hello is a wonderful authenticator, but are you using it to the full extent? I'm Bartek, Solutions Architect at Secfense, and in the next few minutes I'm going to answer the 10 biggest questions on how to extend that one-touch login to your entire enterprise stack. We already have Windows Hello for our laptops. Why do we need you? Because right now your Windows Hello is an island. It protects the device, but not the data inside your apps. The moment your user opens a browser to hit a legacy portal or VPN, they are back to passwords. We bridge that gap, so the FIDO2 phishing-resistant authentication can follow the user anywhere. Does this require me to install agents on my 10,000 workstations? Absolutely not. No agents on the endpoint and no software to install on your application servers. It's a network-level integration. Your IT team will thank you because there's nothing to maintain on the user's machine. How do you handle legacy apps that don't support modern protocols like FIDO2? That is our core strength. An organization is lucky when their legacy apps speak LDAP or use Kerberos for single sign-on. More often than not, we see NTLM or local user storages with no standards to follow whatsoever. Secfense acts as a translator. We position ourselves in front of the app, handle the modern Windows Hello handshake ourselves, and then pass the authenticated session to the legacy app in a language it understands. Does this mean I have to rewrite the code for my internal applications? Not a single line. We treat the application as a black box. Because we are positioned in the middle of the traffic, not on any of the endpoints of the communication, we can protect the login process without ever touching the underlying source code. This turns a 2-year migration project into a 2-week deployment. Is this actually phishing resistant or just easier MFA? It's true phishing resistance. Because we are leveraging the FIDO2 standard through Windows Hello, there is no code to intercept and no password to steal. Even when user is tricked into visiting a fake site, the cryptographic handshake will fail. It's the highest security standard available. What about ROI? We've already invested heavily in the Microsoft stack. This actually maximizes the ROI. You've already paid for the Windows Hello licenses and the biometric hardware in your laptops. Right now, you're only using about 10% of that investment's potential. We make that investment work for 100% of your applications. How does this help me with DORA and NIS2 compliance? These regulations are moving toward proof of secure authentication across the whole supply chain. If your legacy systems are still on passwords, you do have a compliance hole. We give you a unified, audit-ready security posture across your entire enterprise overnight. Can we use this for third-party software as a service, like Salesforce or Workday? Absolutely. While those apps have their own MFA, Extended Windows Hello allows you to consolidate the user experience. Your employees use the same biometric touch for the laptop, their Salesforce, and their internal HR tool. One habit, total security. What happens if the Secfense broker goes down? Are we locked out? Security should never be a single point of failure. The architecture is designed for high availability and redundancy. We integrate with your existing load balancers and failover protocols to ensure that being secure doesn't mean being offline. How long does a typical rollout take? It's not years, or months even. We are talking about days. Because there is no code to change and no agents to deploy, you can protect your first unprotectable legacy app in a single afternoon. It's about scaling security at the speed of your business. And there you have it. Security shouldn't be a trade-off between friction and safety. For years, we've accepted that legacy applications always be the weakest link in the enterprise, forced to hide behind outdated passwords while the rest of the world moved on. At Secfense, we've proven that you don't need to rebuild your infrastructure to secure it. By extending Windows Hello to every corner of your stack, you're not just making life easier for your employees. You're closing the gaps that attackers exploit every day. If you want to learn more, visit our website at secfense.com, or if you have more questions, ask them in the comment section. Thank you for watching and see you in the next video.